Zebra Muscles met by a hard Queen City Junior wall, but she takes an outside line, jolts through, and gains lead jammer status. Oh, actually, she committed a high block on her way through the pack, so she committed a penalty before she exited. She did not get lead jammer status. That gave Jiffy Pop the opportunity to snag that and jump the apex. This was a power jam to the Queen City Junior girls. Jiffy Pop makes a quick move to the outside. And it looks like we've got a skater going to the box for a direction gameplay penalty. She made an offensive block from a standstill. Opened up a hole for Jiffy Pop, and Derby Diva's sitting for 30 seconds because of it. We got a low block call at the end. 2 more points on the Statman's on top of it, taking care of everything. Junior girls are starting with a power jam. Zebra Muscles standing in the box. Ash Zilla's on the line, and she shoots to the inside. Wonderful offensive block. And she's on her way around. Ooh, what a hard hit on the outside. And Zilla collects 5 points for her team. Zebra Muscles fighting her way through. She made it past 2 of the Queen City blockers, and she's on to just 1 more. And Ash Zilla completes another pass, putting 5 more on the board for Queen City. Zebra Muscle fighting against Double's daughter, but fighting back. Showing us those Zebra Muscles. Staying up. And she makes her way through. Ash Zilla putting 4 more on the board for the Queen City Junior girls. Completing another scoring pass. 4. And there we have it. That was a 19-point jam for Queen City. Envy Adams for the Title IX, of course. Looks like we've got no one in the box. This is 5-on-5 roller derby action. And Spaz making a sheet up and squeezes through the middle and collects lead jammer status. We've got SSC Crane fighting against Envy Adams. Or that was Mermaiden, correct. While Spaz making a sheet up puts 4 more points on the board for the Queen City Junior girls. And Spaz making sheet up got sent to the box for a forearm penalty. As 30 seconds in the sin bin, and since she was lead jammer, we have ourselves a 2-minute jam. And wonderful fight by Envy Adams in the front. Holding her ground against some pretty tough blocking, and she ended up squeezing out, completing her initial pass. Oh, and Envy Adams gets sent to the box for a back block penalty. Spending she double back out of the box and a quick jammer swap, but she gets knocked by Meaty Mouse. She fights her way through. Whoa, what a way to take control of those edges. She put 5 points on the board for Queen City Junior girls. While one of their blockers goes to the box for a direction of gameplay penalty. Spaz gets knocked to the inside by Mantis Shrimp. Manages to get back in and hold her ground. She's knocked by Meaty Mouse. Shoots her way through. And puts 4 on the board, but all the while, I didn't even notice Envy Adams got out of the box and snuck away with 4 points. Very, very sneaky. I didn't notice it. Spaz making she double puts 5 more on the board for the Queen City Junior girls, while Envy Adams isn't far behind with 4 on the board for herself. Damn. Who receives that contact? We got Jiffy Pop on the line, jamming for Queen City Junior girls against Scary Cat, number 33, for Ithaca. Scary Cat fighting her way through to the inside. makes her way up, but she's met by veteran cowgirl. Chippy Pop collects lead jammer status for the Queen City Junior Girls. Scary Cat fighting hard, working her way through to the front, and with a quick burst of energy, she makes a pass on the outside. Chippy Pop puts her 4 points on the board and calls it off. The Title IX. Let's hear it. Wonderful. And who's here for Queen City Junior Girls? Let's hear it. I love it. Ash Zilla on the line against Indestructible. They both sneak out, one right after the other. It's turned into a race. Ash Zilla was first to meet the pack with a jump over the apex. And she stayed in bounds. Did not touch out of bounds. Landed it and got it. So the way apex jumps work, in case you're curious, touch out of bounds or even fall, as long as they land with 1 foot inbounds and up, they will collect the points from that jump. We got number 19, Envy Adams, jamming against Spasming She-Devil. And Spasming She-Devil collects lead. Both teams, some wonderful offense off the starts, trying to open up a hole and get their jammer out. Envy Adams gets knocked out of bounds and gets cycled all the way to the back, as to not get a cutting the track penalty. So if you are a skater and you get knocked out of bounds, you must make sure that you enter back on the track without having gained a position. So you cannot come back in front of anyone. Spasming She-Devil collects a Grand Slam, a natural Grand Slam, puts 5 on the board for Queen City Junior Girls. She is held up by a wall of Ithaca Junior Girl, Ithaca Title IX. But she did not get her hips passed to get that one. A skater will acquire a point by passing that halfway mark. Once you get a point, you cannot lose that point. Got Chippy Pop jamming on the line for Queen City against Scary Cat for Ithaca. Oh, Scary Cat almost makes her way through. Gets caught up. And Chippy Pop, that's lead jammer. Well, it looks like Little Bit gets sent to the box for a low block. And Chippy Pop cuts the track. And she got sent off, so now it is a power jam for Ithaca. I mean, they've got 30 seconds to take advantage of this, and power jams can dictate the game. Last time these teams met, it was a very penalty-heavy game. Alright, and Scary Cat puts 5 on the board for Ithaca. She squeezes her way through, fights out on the outside, and puts 5 more on the board for the Title IX. Ithaca doing a great job at spreading out those Queen City Junior Girls, opening up holes, and Scary Cat puts 4 more on the board. Chippy Pop got knocked down to the outside, but she managed to stay in bounds. Put 4 on the board for her team. Scary Cat knocked out by Dora Destroyer. Cycled all the way back. Smart move by Scary Cat, though, as to not get that cutting penalty. Chippy Pop's met by a wall, hit the cut. And Chippy Pop gets sent to the box for a low block. And Emma Getcha gets sent off for a forearm penalty. This penalty box is getting filled up, and the jam is called off, and Chippy Pop managed to collect 4 points before going to momentum from that last jam. We'll see what they do with this power start. They've got full 5 skaters on the track, and Queen City Junior Girls only have 3 blockers while their jammer sits. Indestructible's here to take advantage. Gonna go swarming with Queen City Junior Girls. Indestructible with a nice move to the outside, and she collects lead jammer status. Ithaca with a wonderful cooperative effort. Oh, what a move. She stays on her feet. Indestructible puts 4 on the board. 4 more on the board for Ithaca. She calls the jam off before Jimmy Pop. Adams jamming up on the line against Ash. The blockers and makes her way out first for lead jammer status. And Emily Adams is not getting up. She's fighting all the way to the bitter end. She gets knocked out, but she comes right back in. We got 4 points on the board for Ash Zilla and the Queen City Junior Girls. Oh, and it looks like Envy Adams is getting sent to the box for a low block. So that is a power jam for Queen City Junior Girls. Oh, with a nice jump to the inside, clean landing, and Zilla collects 5 points for Queen City Junior Girls. And it looks like Memphis Strip got a track cut penalty. While Meanie Mouse gets sent to the Ash Zilla collects 5 more points for the team. The Gotham Girls. You can come out and support us. The details will be on our Facebook page and website soon. Spaz Baby and Sheeta will make their way out through first and collecting lead jammer status. They have that power start. And what you're doing those is you have to get lead, and they managed it. Spazmania makes her way through for a clean pass and puts 5 on the board for Queen City Junior Girls. Envy Adams gets cycled out to the outside. She gets knocked down, but she gets right back up. Envy Adams, what heart? Fighting way through, she just has 1 blocker to beat. And she makes it through. Well, SS Supreme gets into the box for a trap cut. Spazmania Sheeta puts 4 on the board for Queen City Junior Girls. Envy Adams with a wonderful spin move, a pirouette on the outside. Slaughtermelon for Ithaca's Title IX. Jimmy Pop gets held up by a wall of Ithaca blockers, all 4 of them working together in synchronicity, holding her back, making this a difficult fight. With a quick spin move to the inside, she's still held back long enough for Bubble or Illegally Blonde to come through and get the... Actually, that's Slaughtermelon. Lead jam, she makes... Oh, and her foot must have stepped out when she was passing on the outside, and she ended up cutting the trap. Going to the box as lead jammer, so that makes this a 2-minute jam. Jimmy Pop collecting 5 points for the Queen City Junior Girls. Jimmy Pop with a jump. And a clean jump. She did not touch out of bounds. And she puts 5 on the board for Queen City Junior Girls. Jimmy Pop is fighting in a wall with Ithaca blockers. Great job of pulling her back and containing her. But Jimmy slips free and puts 5 more on the board for Queen City. Slaughtermelon with a clean pass on the outside. She had a wall of 4 Queen City Junior Girls looking at her mean, but she kept going. Slaughtermelon crashing right through the middle of 2 blockers. Oh, but gets knocked to the outside by a Hickey. And gets cycled all the way to the back. Jimmy Pop collects 3 points in that last pass. Chippy Pop fighting against 3 Ithaca blockers, making her way through with a nice pirouette. Staying inbound, staying upright, and passing by the hips. But that jam is out on that pass. That's number 7, Zilla. Both jammers are met by a formidable wall of opponents, being held back and having to really fight their way through. They have to earn every pass. As Zilla, she made it through, but it was a struggle, that's for sure. She got lead jammer status. Indy struggled cycled all the way out to the back. Well, Zilla makes a nice move to the inside and puts 5 on the board for the Queen City Juniors. Indy struggled on her way out, completing her initial pass. While Zilla is trying to fight her way to the outside, she gets taken out, gets back up, and she's surrounded by a swarm, but she still fights her way through. Indy Strucker with a nice move to the outside. She's met by Mermaid, though, and Mermaid took her out to the outside and cycled her back. Zilla with a clean move to the inside. So we got Spaz and She Double jamming on the line for Queen City Junior Girls, going against number 2, Zebra Muscle. Spazmania is held up by a wall of Ithaca girls. Zebra Muscle holds her ground, gets through first, and collects lead jammer status. Oh no, unfortunately she cut the track on her way out. Not all announcers are perfect. So unfortunately, this is a power jam unfortunately for Ithaca, this is a power jam for the Queen City Junior Girls. Spazmania She Double collects lead jammer status and puts 5 on the board for the team. It's a nice slow play, which is exactly what a team in a power jam situation wants to do. Because jammers score points by lapping players. Oh, and Queen City Junior Girls calls it off to free jammers for having to work so. Jammer's off. Hitting with a strong front wall. It's broken up by Veggie Cowgirl. And Chippy Pop makes her way through and collects lead jammer status. Oh, Zebra Muscle getting low. Holding her ground and making a nice pass to the outside. Chippy Pop puts 4 on the board for the Queen City Junior Girls. They're both fighting their way through. Zebra Muscle breaks through first, puts 4 on the board for the title 9s. Chippy Pop struggling her way through. She gets knocked out but decides to call it off. 4 points on the board for Queen City. The goal is to score all the points and make sure the other team doesn't score any points. So I consider it a steal if you have lead jammer and the other team scores points on you. Speaking of lead jammer, Calcifer out first for Ithaca Title 9s, collecting lead jammer status. Calcifer fighting away through the wall. Completes the pass, calls the jam off. A point out of that. Fighting her way through to the outside. She's met in the front. Breaks pass and collects lead jammer status. While Scary Cat gets knocked to the outside by Chippy Pop and she cycles her back. Oh, and what a strong hit by who did you guess? Zebra Muscle. Wonderful move, knocking Hinky to the outside and cycling her back. She's good at tracking. She met her right back at the front, but lost her footing right in that crucial moment of the block. But it was wonderful, wonderful cat and mouse. Wonderful job of chasing the jammer. And Jimmy Pop gets sent to the box for a multiplayer block. You cannot impede another skater's movement by being linked or grasped upon one of your teammates. Hickey breaks her way through and puts 5 on the board for Queen City Junior Girls. For Ithaca. Scary Cat, number 30. Queen City Junior Girls roster. And they volunteer to get back to the community. They're not all about skating. They like to have parties, participate in parades, and go on fun field trips. And all the while, Dora Destroya showed us how to get lead jammer status. The fire pump got out not soon after, or not much after. And she makes a clean pass to the inside and puts 5 on the board for Ithaca Title IX. Dora Destroya got held back, but still managed to get out and put 4 on the board for Queen City. Fire Punk's fighting her way through. She's met by a strong wall. She's fighting, pushing hard, pushing hard. These girls are doing a good job at putting up resistance, but she's doing a great job at staying upright and going, going, going. All the while, Dora comes through and puts 4 on the board. And then makes another clean pass and puts 5 on the board. Look at this. Both teams doing a wonderful job of holding both the jammers back. We've now gone half a lap without a jammer breaking through. And they're still holding. It's a strong, strong defense by both teams. SS Supreme holds her ground against 2 Ithaca blockers. Fighting her way through the front. And she passes against lead jammer status, but after she passed the foremost blocker's hips to get lead jammer, she still touched out of bounds and they came back in. And that's why she got that cutting the track penalty and lead all at the same time. And Emma Kitchen is getting sent to the box for a 4-on penalty, while it's a power jam for Ithaca. Casper makes her way through and puts 5 on the board for Ithaca.
Keep moving, keep moving.
SS Supreme made her way out, managed to complete a pass, and yes, she did have lead jammer status, so this is going to go the full 2 minutes. Oh, that was a heavy impact. With all skaters involved. 325, that is Slaughtermelon. Slaughtermelon making a move to the outside, while Hickey makes a move to the inside. Hickey collects lead jammer status for the Queen City Junior Girls. Slaughter gets knocked to the inside by double Slaughter. She's been a bit of a force tonight, I'll say. Fire Pump shaking things up, knocking spasming and sheet all around. Hickey with some shooty moves, jumping in, jumping out, making her way past. Chicky Pop gets sent to the box for a multiplayer block. And Hickey staying upright, making her way through. While Slaughtermelon with a wonderful move to the outside, staying upright, pushing hard, holding her ground and breaking through. Speaking of breaking through, Hickey just broke right through that wall, putting 4 points on the board for Queen City Junior Girls. Slaughtermelon's met by Double's daughter. Hickey's being held up by a few junior blockers. got a little bit on the line jamming for Queen City for the Title IX. A little bit fighting away from making up to the front wall that Ithaca's holding strong. It's knocked to the inside and cycled back. Rampage is fighting up and now. Walls have shifted positions. Now Queen City with the front wall, knocking Rampage down. Cycling back up in front of her. Little bit makes a move to the outside and collects lead jammer status. Rampage is met by Veggie Cowgirl, gets knocked to the outside, and Veggie Cowgirl walks her all the way to the back. Little bit going for a jump, but she's met by Zebra Muscle, gets taken down on the inside. Both jammers struggling to make their way through this pack. And it looks like Little Bit called it off. Actually, it was a call off. And now we've got Dora Destroya on the line against Indestructible. Dora's held up in the back. She squeezes through, tries to squeeze through on the inside, but falls. And the game gets sent to or Devil Slaughter gets sent to the box for a corner. Ithaca collects lead jammer status, fights her way through and squeezes by on the inside. Wonderful move by Indestructible. Dora Destroyer squeaks by though. That jam was a wash. That was 4-4 for both. Even score on both teams. Jimmy Pop on the line for the Queen City Junior Girls. She collects lead jammer status while Melody Mouse is fighting her way through. And Mermaid gets sent to the box for a low block penalty while Jimmy Pop zips through. More like Zippy Pop. Meaty Mouse making her way up. Jimmy Pop squeezes through on Queen City Junior Girls, and there we have it. That is the first. Queen City has two blockers in the box, so that is a 4-2 blocker advantage for Ithaca, and they took full advantage of that by gaining lead jammer status right off the bat. Little Bit is met by a wobble of Ithaca Junior skaters. She gets a couple passes in. It's 1 point by Little Bit. And 33 We got two Queen City Junior Girls still in the box. They're standing, so that means they have 10 seconds or less. Scary Cat trying to make her way past Dora Destroyer. Scary Cat gets knocked to the inside and cycled back. Hickey fighting her way through to the front. So tough blocking by these Ithaca Title IX skaters. But Hickey makes her way out. Scary Cat's nipping at her heels. And Hickey makes her way through, putting 4 on the board for Queen City Junior Girls. Scary Cat's going, and she's gone. She goes 4 on the board for Ithaca. Hickey with a quick jump, dodging past one of the Ithaca blockers. Scary Cat was met by Dora Destroyer. It's taken out the jam off before Ithaca scores any more points. And that is a 4-2. Number 5, Jimmy Pop. Got a clear box. This is 5-on-5 motor right off the start. Devil's Daughter trying to open up a hole for Jiffy, but that hole got closed up real quick. Veggie Cowgirl knocks Slaughtermelon out. Cycles are bad. All the while, Jiffy Pop collects lead jammer status. Jiffy Pop with a move to the inside and a high jump. Leaping Lemur, she puts 5 points on the board. Jiffy Pop with a slick move to the outside, putting 5 more on the board for the Queen City Junior Girls. And these Queen City Junior Girls are making it very difficult for Slaughtermelon. They are being the Gallagher to this Slaughtermelon. Slaughtermelon fight her way into the front though. She is met by a Veggie Cowgirl, but she slips by on the outside. Jiffy's waiting for her up front. Trying to knock her out. And she does. She cycles her back. As to not draw her cut penalty, Slaughtermelon very smartly makes sure she goes in behind Jiffy Pop. Spasmini Cheetah gets sent to the box for a heck destruction call. So what that means... Actually, that's really complicated. Jiffy Pop makes her way through and puts 5 on the board. Some good offensive blocking by... Or that wasn't good offensive blocking. Zebra Muscle received a star pass and fought her way through. She made quick work of that Queen City Junior pass when she got that star. You guys don't really stronger. We got the Destroya versus the Indestructible. That's an interesting combination of Indestructible with Stability. Of course, the board is Jordan fighting her way here on the inside, staying low. Maintain that inbounds position. Oh, and right at the end of that jam, before she managed to call it off, Indestructible cut the back on the outside. We got Derby Diva here trying to take advantage of this power start. Ithaca has 1 blocker in the box, 1 jammer. And we've got lead chamber status for the Queen City Junior Girls. Derby Diva on her way up. She got met to the inside and it's knocked in, cycled to the back. But Emma Gitcha got a back block penalty by trying to help her jammer out, but she just helped her out by hitting her in an illegal target zone. You cannot hit a skater in the back. Oh, we got an Ithaca skater going to the box for a high block. You cannot land any contact above the shoulders. Oh, Becky with a desperation move. She almost caught up to Indestructible, but she squeezed through. Derby Diva gets taken out to the outside. But it was by a forearm. And since she was taken out by a forearm, as soon as number 5 Bubble Butt got called on the penalty, she was actually able to step in the track in front of her because technically she was in the box at the moment the penalty was called. And Derby Diva gets a 0-point pass for no pass, no penalty. All the while, Indestructible puts 4 more points on the board for Ithaca. It's a trade-off, but it keeps the jammers moving instead of going all the way back and getting sucked back in. We got Axilla out, and that's a jammer status for the Queen City Junior Girls. We got Meanie Mouse fighting her way at the back, Devil's Daughter holding up strong. Because Meanie Mouse is sitting in the box. She did not sit down in the box. She did not sit down in the box before the last jam ended, so she has a full 30 seconds. She's about fighting her way, struggling against that wall with the blockers, but squeezes through and collects lead jammer status. What a swarm of skaters. All trying to block and distract, and Queen City Junior with a wonderful offensive move there, keeping all the other blockers from staying tight. Veggie Cowgirl trying to open up some holes. And Chicky Pop is met by Higgy, and she gets a fancy win to really speed her out of that engagement zone. Oh, and it looks like Meanie Mouse gets sent back to the box because she did not have her mouth guard. As an illegal procedure, it's an equipment-related penalty. That penalty is there for skater safety. Oh, skaters are holding strong, trying to hold that wall. Chicky Pop gets knocked to the inside. Wonderful move. And she decides before getting one more point for the Queen City Junior girls. So, your whistle. Can't help yourself. All right. Dora Destroya trying to fight her way through, but she's met by a wall of the blockers. They're doing a good job at staying to the front, making sure they can hold her back, but you cannot contain her forever. Dora Destroya makes her way through and collects lead jammer status. Wonderful speed change by Dora. She slowed down and she ended up catching them flat-footed. Oh, smooth move by Meanie Mouse to the outside. Fortunately, Meanie Mouse tripped over her, and that's why she got the low block penalty. And Meanie Mouse, she cut the track. She got knocked into the inside, and she ended up passing a couple of her own teammates. Oh, what a little dip and dive by Dora Destroya. Queen City Junior girls are trying to hold that back wall while Ithaca's holding it. They're holding a very tight front wall. Zebra Muscle with a strong move knocking Dora Destroya to the outside. And Dora Destroya stepped in bounds before she went completely back and got the cutting the track penalty. So this is going to be a full 2-minute jam. We got Meanie Mouse fighting her way through. She's met by Mermaiden, but she jukes past her. Beats Ashzilla. Spazmini, she goes for a big hit, but Meanie Mouse manages to stay up and avoid all contact with his wonderful footwork. Ithaca making their moves, trying to shake things up a little bit. And they did it. They managed. They pulled that off. Meanie Mouse put 5 more on the board. And as you see, Ithaca likes their packs. It was called off, in fact, but not everyone was going to be here. We got Rampage jamming for the title line going next a little bit. They're both met by a strong wall from either team. Rampage fights her way through, breaks past Veggie Cowgirl against lead jammer status. A little bit's being held back by Zebra Muscle and Fire Punk, but a wonderful duo. A terrible twosome, knocking a little bit around. Oh, and Fire Punk with a strong hit, but it was a forearm. It was a penalty worthy hit. A little bit, jukes and drives, makes her way through, and breaks out. Rampage is fighting through in the front. She's being met by Chicky Pop, but Chicky Pop is drawn out of play. Rampage calls it off, collects 5 points, but Little Bit sneaks through and puts 4 on the board for we got Indestructible against Hickey, and Hickey makes her way through, collecting lead jammer status. Hickey with a nice move from the outside to the inside. Breaking pass. Indestructible fighting her way up. She's met by Spaz Mania and She-Devil, but she dips from the outside to in, completing that pass, putting 4 points on the board for Ithaca. Hickey just cuts right through, putting 5 on the board for the draws. But all the while, this is just back and forth, back and forth. Indestructible puts 4 more on the board. Hickey puts 4 more on the board. These teams are doing wonderful offensive maneuvers. They're really shaking the defense up, making it so they cannot contain those jammers. Now the gears just change. They all just run all defense. Hickey gets knocked to the outside and she gets cycled back. Jam gets called off. And it's 2 more points on the board for Ithaca and 0 on that last pass for Hickey for the still on the line, jamming against number 10. Which is Scarlet. Jammer status collected by Kansas City Junior Roller Girls. Scarlet gets taken down to the inside but gets right back up. And still making a move on the inside. Scarlet is met by a wall, but wonderful move by Bubble Butt, bouncing everyone around. Oh, and Scarlet goes in and she's met by a very sturdy Queen City Junior player. Scarlet just has 1 to beat with a nice move. Moves from the outside to the end to beat Jiffy Pop. Ashzilla gets knocked to the outside by Illegal Blonde. But then she cycles back and makes a quick move to the inside, cuts through, and finishes that pass. Bubblebutt doing a good job of trying to shake things up, but Scarlet didn't get to step in front of any hits before that jam was called, so she did not. Got an empty box, so it's 5-on-5 roller derby action. Slaughtermill making a move to the outside. She's met by Emigetcha and gets cycled all the way to the back. Derby Diva collects lead jammer status. She goes in and she gives Slaughtermill a little bit of a bump, some jammer action. And Slaughtermill gets sent to the box for a back block penalty. She ended up crashing into, I didn't notice which, but into Queen City Junior skater's neck. And that skater fell down, and that's the penalty. Derby Diva puts 4 on the board. We got Ithaca trying to hold a strong wall. We got Devil's Daughter shaking things up. Derby Diva making a move to the outside. This team's staying clustered up together. Derby Diva gets taken out by Fire Pump. Fire Pump fell down so she was able to stand up in front of her. Derby Diva collects 2 points. Indestructible jamming on the line against Spaz Mania and She-Devil. They're both juking and driving. Bouncing their way just from left to right. They're actually moving in synchronicity. It's kind of a beautiful thing. Indestructible makes her way up to the front, and she collects lead jammer status with Spaz right behind her. It is a foot race. Spaz makes her way through. Indy calls it off. She's not playing this game. She's not. We got. And look at that Chippy Pop coming out first with lead jammer status. Super Muscles fight her way against the tough wall of Veggie Cowgirl, Axzilla, and Derby Diva that she shoulders her way through. With such force, Chippy Pop fighting her way back. Puts 4 points on the board for Queen City Junior Girls. Super Muscle with a nice jump right on the inside. Putting 4 points on the board for Ithaca. All the while, Chippy Pop makes a quick, smooth pass to the outside, putting 4 more for Queen City, and that is a 4-8 jam. We got Scary Cat on the line, jamming against a little bit. Scary Cat fighting her way up. Little Bit tries to make a move to the outside, but she's knocked out by Illegally Blonde. While Scary Cat collects lead jammer status. Give it up for these Ithaca Title 9s. Little Bit's looking to make up a little bit of steam. Scary Cat's cut by a wall that brought her to a stop, but she's still pushing forward. Hickey's fighting. Was fighting back. Scary Cat calls it off. And that is a 4-0 team. Going against Calcifer for Ithaca. Axzilla breaks through first and collects lead jammer status. Calcifer gets knocked down, touches on the inside, and then stands upright inbounds. If you stand up while you're inbounds, you're going to get a cutting penalty if you're standing up in front of someone that you weren't in front of before you touched out of bounds. So Calcifer's on the little box, while Axzilla puts 5 on the board for Queen City. Queen City trying to shake up these Ithaca blockers, but Axzilla gets knocked to the inside by Zebra Muscle with a strong hit. Oh, it's Bubble Butt with a nice hit on Axzilla, knocking her out. But Axzilla was smart enough to not go all the way back. She knew who she had already passed before she got knocked out. She came back in, finished that pass, put 5 on the board, and then they called the jam on to freeze Calcifer. Door Destroyer breaks through on the inside and gets lead jammer status. Calcifer making a move to the inside, but she's met by Spazmaniac She-Devil. And then Calcifer, after touching inbounds, stood up, or after touching out of bounds, stood up while inbounds. Even though she wanted to correct it, she knew that she cut the track. The moment that you stand up while you're inbounds, you're going to get that penalty. Dora the Destroyer, we're going through. Oh, and she's met. She's met actually by a high block. Dora gets right back up though, but finishes her pass, puts 5 on the board. While the Meaty Mouse is on the way to the box for that high block. Dora stays low, cuts to the outside. Puts 5 on the board for the Queen City Junior Girls. She calls it off, and they freeze Calcifer again. Got Chippy Pop on the line for Queen City Junior Girls and Calcifer for the Title 9s. Chippy Pop squeezes through to the inside and collects lead jam. Calcifer's spidered away, trying to break past all 4 of these all by herself. It's good work. Oh, here come the Ithaca blockers trying to help things up, trying to open it up. And what wonderful work. Skylar with a good offensive block opening the inside. Kessler is trying to get past Jimmy Pop, who got a little bit of cat and mouse going. Jimmy Pop with a quick move from the out to the in, breaking way through on the inside. And it looks like we have a star pass that happened. Kessler passes to Fire Punk. And Fire Punk makes her way through, not collecting any points, but she's a jammer. And she got out of the pack. The strategic advantage. Jimmy Pop gets a couple passes in and calls it off. Star passes are a wonderful thing. Yeah, but as you I've seen some of those happen over defensive walls. So really they passed all of those skaters really just by handing the star over the wall. Unfortunately, you don't get any points unless the star is on your helmet and showing. But it's no good. And it looks like Hickey broke through and got league chamber status for the Queen City Junior Girls. So we got 2 Ithaca blockers heading to the box. Amy Stride. A nice, cool, clean stride. Trying to juke and drive her way, make moves from the inside to the outside. Hickey being fancy. And Hickey jukes past Bubble Butt. SS Supreme takes indestructible down, but she gets right back up. Oh, and what a wonderful jump by Indestructible, and she manages to skate past everybody. That was clean. And Hickey gets knocked to the outside by Zebra Muscle. Zebra Muscle cycles her back. This Zebra Muscle is really a force for Ithaca Title IX. She's a good communicator, and she's always at it. Slipperiest one of them all. The way she cuts from side to side of the track with ease. She fights her way back, gets past Bubble Butt, and collects league chamber status. Then Fire Punk is fighting her way up through. All the while, spasming and she met by Bubble Butt, and I believe that's illegal one. She breaks through, though, puts fire on the board for Spaz. Fire Punk is met by a little bit, but it doesn't affect her a little bit. Bubble Butt trying to clear open some room for her stare. And Fire Punk almost made a clean pass on the outside. She just barely touched over the line and came back in bounds. And that is why she is going to the box for cutting the track penalty. Spaz making Cheeto getting low and passing to the outside, holding on to those edges. That pass was met with force, but she reacted to it well. There's a veggie cowgirl getting sent to the box for a forearm penalty, but not before getting 4 more points. On and Astilla makes her way through quick Ithaca blockers, but they cycle up to the front and beat her. She slips right on by. Astilla making quick work of the Ithaca pack, staying upright and fighting her way through. Speaking of fighting her way through, we got the Zebra Muscle trying to muscle her way in. And actually, she received a star pass. That was a sneaky one because I didn't even notice. She managed to get out and stop the bleeding, as they say. Axilla holding up strong against Mammoth strength. And passing through, putting 4 points on the board. Zipa must have completed her pass and put 4 on the board for Ithaca. Zipa must have completed her. Fighting right over there's a little bit of a knockpile. Seventh spotter with a tough hit to the inside. You can tell these gems have been working hard for these past minute and 40 seconds or so.